I wanted to share a couple of other dreams that I had concerning extreme weather. This next dream I had on February the 5th, 2018. I dreamed that it was a warm spring day and me and my husband were taking our son to the beach or to the park. We were on this large highway with flat roads. The sun was out and it was beautiful. All of a sudden, we looked to our left and saw this dark cloud that came up out of nowhere. We saw the wind picking up drastically and saw things flying and being knocked over. Then we saw a huge tornado approaching us. My husband turned into the shopping center with a big store warehouse. We ran inside to take shelter. Everyone ran inside as well and kept saying they didn't understand, that there were no warnings or no sirens. It was just the sun was out shining and a beautiful day, and then bam, a tornado. It got very dark and windy. We heard the howls of the tornado and could see the dirt flying all outside. We got closer under these steel beams and braced ourselves. The tornado passed right over us. We were scared, but okay. And then I want to share another one that I had on February 18th, 2018. I was inside and noticed that it had gotten really dark out. It was the middle of the day, so I thought maybe the sun had moved behind some clouds or it was going to rain. When I went outside, the sky became completely black. I could not see the sun or its light anywhere. It was so dark. Then for a few moments I saw the stars in the sky. Then they began to fall all over. I could see little strips or like fire tails everywhere. Then out of nowhere, huge fire rocks of smoke hurled towards us and began exploding, lighting up the sky like a 4th of July fireworks show. I heard people screaming and running inside for shelter. I was amazed by what I saw. It's like I could not look away, just mesmerized by what was going on. They exploded right in front of me, leaving a gray, thick smoke. I went inside for shelter, and I heard explosion after explosion. It sounded like we were being attacked by bombs. It shook the ground and houses. Windows shook, loud booms everywhere. Then it just stopped, and the sun came back out, and it was daylight again, like nothing had happened. Just then my sister had called me on the phone. We talked, and she had seen the same thing. We couldn't believe what we had just seen. Later, I began to watch the news to see if there were any reports about it. I knew it had happened because people had called me to see if I was all right. On one of the main news media channels, a popular anchorman was very angry, saying he knew what this was, and began to curse God to his face on the national news. I thought for sure that they would have cut his rant, but they allowed it, and it seemed somehow they seemed to praise it. I thought, what is going on? They can't be allowing this trash talk on the TV. Just then the clouds rolled back and it all happened again, same as before. People screaming and running for shelter. The earth began to shake and it was very dark. I thought to myself, God is really mad. I ran to my car, not sure why, and I saw my dad, and he said, it is just like in Revelation 6, and it starts God's judgment on the earth. Then he was gone. I was like, Dad, what? I called my sister to see if she was okay, and she was like, what are you talking about? Everything is okay. It didn't happen again, only once, earlier today. Maybe this is something only for you to see. Everyone was fine. They had continued their daily routines like nothing had happened. Then it flashed to where my husband and sister and brother-in-law were buying goods off-grid. Supplies outdoor, things that we would need for survival. Grain and wheat we also bought in big bags, and we were looking at chickens and coops and storage units. And then I woke up.